Okay, let's unpack this. If you are a Pisces, you know what it feels like to have spent the last decade in the trenches. It's been this really relentless, confusing, and just intensely challenging journey since, what, the early 2010s?
Oh, it's been more than a decade. It's been a profound, long-haul trial by fire. You've
Yeah.
really been carrying the weight of the universe,
Yeah.
and often without the tools to protect yourself.
Absolutely. So, our mission today is pure celebration. We are here to talk about the end of this long winter. We want to guide you toward 2026 because it is shaping up to be this pivotal year of just profound relief.
You've earned it. And what's
Mm.
so fascinating is the size of this shift.
Yeah.
We're closing two major cosmic chapters at the same time. It wasn't just one heavy thing. It was a combined years-long pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And that has forged a new, much more resilient use. This is the definition of a new era.
So, before we get to the good stuff, we have to honor the struggle. We're calling it the double whammy recap. First up, Neptune, your own ruler in your sign since 2012. We're talking nearly 15 years.
And that transit has two very different faces, right? On one hand, it's beautiful, immense spiritual awakening, deep compassion, the mystical dream. You were connecting to everything.
But the shadow side, the confusion, the lack of clarity, and that Neptunian heartache, that's what really burned people out. It's the feeling of chasing this beautiful vision, only to find out it's made of smoke.
Or navigating deception, feeling like you were sold a lie. The line between being a savior and being a victim just got so impossibly blurry.
And while you're in that 15-year fog,
Along comes Saturn, the planet of hard reality. It landed in your sign in March 2023, and that kicked off what we've been calling the School of Hard Knocks.
that is a harsh term, but I think it really fits the feeling, doesn't it?
It does, because Saturn is, frankly, the arch nemesis to that dreamy Pidgean nature. It forced a crash landing right back down to Earth. This is serious. In some systems, this is the peak phase of Sadhsati, which puts immense pressure on your identity, your health, your mind.
So what were the core lessons that Saturn just insisted you learn?
Well, they were non-negotiable. First, boundaries. Saturn showed you, brutally, that your compassion without limits always leads to self-sacrifice. You had to learn to say no.
Which is the hardest thing for a Pisces to do, right? Your identity is so tied to giving. So how do you even start to do that without feeling cold or selfish?
It's not about becoming cold, it's about becoming discerning. You start to realize that feeling of being totally depleted. That's the alarm bell. The boundaries become a commitment to yourself, not a punishment to other people.
I see. And that leads right into the second lesson, responsibility.
Exactly. You had to stop waiting for someone to come and fix things. You had to become the CEO of your life, to rescue yourself, make the tough calls for your own well-being.
And the third one, removing the rose-colored glasses. That sounds painful.
It's the pain of reality, realizing that you've been mistaking a crocodile for a dolphin, and that can get you seriously hurt. It demanded true discernment. Your hope had to become grounded in what's real, not just what you wished was real.
So you move through the fog, you get the reality check, and you survive. It's like that analogy where the caterpillar tells the butterfly, you've changed.
And the only possible answer is, I had to. That's the permanent change. You can't go backwards now. The old you is gone. You're ready for what's next because you have a strength you just didn't have before.
Which brings us to the great cosmic sigh of relief. We've talked about the struggle, but when? When can you finally breathe?
Okay, the timing here is just beautiful. The dates are so close together, it creates this instant shift. First, Neptune leaves Pisces on January 26, 2026. The 15-year fog, gone.
And Saturn, the heavy teacher.
Saturn officially leaves Pisces on February 13, 2026.
It's February 13th.
It is the universe's cosmic Valentine's Day gift. The heavy, relentless pressure is just off. Definitively off your identity.
Wow, I imagine that feels like coming up for air after holding your breath for years.
Absolutely. The mood just lightens immediately. But the big thing for you is clarity. The clarity that's been missing for so long just returns. The path forward is suddenly illuminated, the weight is gone, and you can finally focus on building.
That is the perfect transition. Because as they leave your first house, the house of self, they immediately move into the house of value. They both go into Aries, activating your second house of finances, resources, and self-worth.
It's a massive energy shift. You're moving from deconstructing who you are to tangibly constructing what you're worth. The main job now is to anchor that new resilient self into something stable and grounded.
So what does that construction actually look like? Because, Pisces is super creative, but maybe not always the most practical with money.
It's a dual task, really. One, build a stronger, stable financial foundation with all that discipline Saturn just taught you. And two, and this is just as critical, embody a true sense of self-worth that has nothing to do with your bank account.
But with Saturn involved, this isn't going to be a quick win the lottery situation, right?
Exactly. Saturn demands patience. It wants sustainable effort. You might see some initial financial limits, or maybe just a hard look at your spending. The key is accepting that slow progress is the blueprint for long-term security now.
So it's about building a life based on your own definition of abundance, not someone else's.
And the beautiful thing is, you're not doing this alone.
Mm-hmm.
While all that was going on, your traditional ruler, Jupiter, was setting up this huge cosmic support system. It's basically acting as your guardian angel all through 2026.
I love that. Divine protection right when you need it. So what does that actually look like?
Well, Jupiter activates what we call past life good karma. It means that even if you hit a snag, say a financial delay, help just arrives at the last minute. The universe is telling you to keep the faith. You've earned this.
So let's break that down. The first half of the year looks really nice.
It is pure joy. Until mid-year, Jupiter is in Cancer, activating your fifth house of creativity, romance, and fun. It's a blessed time for creative projects, for romance, for just connecting with your inner child. It's like the beautiful background music for the whole year.
And then it shifts mid-year.
Right. Around late May or early June, Jupiter moves into bold Leo, lighting up your sixth house of work and health. This is fantastic for boosting your confidence at work, stepping into those leadership roles you're now ready for. And it really encourages you to start those new wellness routines you've been putting off.
And on top of all that, you have the eclipses, the fated events that really shake things up and get you on your true path.
The first one to watch is the lunar eclipse on March 3rd in Virgo. That's in your house of partnerships. It's going to bring final endings to relationships where you're doing all the fixing or all the mothering.
Yeah.
It's demanding you turn that energy back onto yourself.
But the real climax of the year, the big personal moment, that's coming in August.
Oh, absolutely. We are talking about the August 27th lunar eclipse, and it is landing directly in your sign, Pisces. This is a profound moment of personal revelation. It is a universal call to step courageously in a new direction, one that honors the diamond you've become.
And given that whole Saturn pressure cooker often impacts physical health, this August eclipse is also a big health reminder, isn't it?
It is. It's the cosmos, stamping its approval and saying that for you, self-care, meditation, honoring your boundaries, these aren't luxuries anymore. They are absolute necessities for the new grounded life you're building.
So when you look at the whole story of 2026, it's not about being rescued, it's about emerging. It's your reward.
The central analogy just holds so perfectly. You are a diamond formed under immense pressure, and you are finally breaking free. The fog is gone, the lessons are learned, the weight is off your shoulders for good.
You're the stronger, wiser butterfly. This is the year you really trust your gifts, step into leadership, and build a life based on real value and unshakable self-worth.
It means the universe chose you for something special, and 2026 is the year you finally choose yourself back. So maybe we can leave you with this to think about. This whole new era is about embodied self-worth. If the cosmos is now saying that caring for yourself like meditation is a structural necessity, how does that fundamentally redefine what you think you owe the world versus what you now finally owe yourself?
Go build that solid foundation, Pisces. You have never been more ready.